Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Toni and I run Bloom Stitch Studio. Today's video is a bit of a different one for me, but today I'm going to be sharing with you some free crochet patterns ready for summer. We're in July, so we are in prime summer crochet time. In all honesty, probably should have some summer projects on your hooks already, but if you don't, I have got 25 patterns here that I'm going to be sharing with you that you should get on your hook ASAP. And what's better is they're free. There's a mix of written patterns, YouTube tutorials, and then there's I think one or two that I found on Instagram. So we got a good mix of different styles of patterns, and some of these also, if you want to support the creators by purchasing the pattern, you can also do that, but they have a free YouTube tutorial as well. So the way that I have done this is that I have split the items into 5 categories. So the categories that we have: bags, tops, cardigans and sweaters, shorts and skirts, and accessories, and I have found 5 patterns for each category, so we have 25 patterns to go through. This is going to be quite a yappy video, so let's get into it before too long of a video. I'm going to be showing all of the patterns here. So the first pattern that we have is a crochet shoulder bag. This is by TJ and NJ. I absolutely love this style of bag. It's a simple granny stitch, so if you know how to make a granny square, you will definitely be able to make this. It's so cute, so simple. You can make it with different yarn weights. You can make it as big, as small as you want. And in fact, I am actually making this myself. Here, you only need 3 granny squares, which is incredible. So these are my 3 granny squares, and if you want to see the final product of this, make sure to tune into next week's video. I just thought this was a really fun pattern, and I know that there's a lot of you out there that will love to make it. The next pattern that we have is a checkered tote bag. This is by Viv Crochets. This is a free YouTube tutorial and another one of my favorite projects that I have actually ever made, because I have made this one and I followed her YouTube tutorial. This is my version of the checkered bag. The only thing that I did differently to her one is that I added a row of single crochet on the insides of the straps, just going along here just to finish that edge off nicely. But other than that, I followed the tutorial by her. It was a really fun bag to make. I really want to make another one. Like, I really want to make another one. It's just such a fun bag, and I've had so many compliments on it, and the tutorial is super easy to follow too. The next bag that I have on my list is another one by Viv Crochets. It is the checkered shoulder bag. This is another checkered pattern. I am absolutely obsessed with checkers at the moment, and I think this is such a cute little bag. Like, if you don't want to make as big a bag as the checkered tote bag, then this is a great little option, and it is another free YouTube tutorial. And with Viv Crochets, you can also pay for the patterns on her Etsy shop, I think it is, but she does also offer the free tutorials on YouTube, which is fantastic. The next one that we have is the crossbody bum bag. This is by CJ Designs. This is another one that I think is actually really simple to make, and I think a lot of you will enjoy making this. It's just 4 granny squares. It's as easy as that. Obviously with crochet bags, you can obviously line them inside, but you obviously don't have to. I haven't lined my checkered bag, but I think this is just a really fun little bag, and it's just like, it's a perfect bag to take to, say, like a festival, or if you only need to take a few bits with you, and then you can just have it across the front of you, or you can just have it as a little bum bag. I absolutely love this, and I love the colours that she's made hers into. I think these are really fun. The final bag that I have in the bag category is this sunflower tote bag. This is by Crochet by Cat, and if you haven't noticed already, sunflowers are my favourite flower. I have this blanket, I have a tattoo on my arm. I absolutely love sunflowers, so this bag I think is just the cutest thing. I have actually made some bags like this. I didn't follow a pattern though, I kind of just freehanded it, but this is a pattern for those of you who would like a pattern to follow for this. Again, it's really simple, granny squares. Once you've made one, they become a lot easier to make, and I think this is just so fun, and I always get so many compliments on the bags that I have made, and I know this one's definitely one that you'll get a lot of compliments on. So we're going to now move on to the tops category. So the first top that we have is the granny square top. This is by Amanda Loves Santos. This is a YouTube tutorial, and I think this is so fun. I don't think think this would actually take you very long to make up. Once you get into the swing of making the granny squares, I think this would be such a fun and quick project to make. Obviously with tops for the summer, you want to make them in a cotton yarn because cotton is a lot more breathable. If you make them in acrylic, you will get very hot. I love the colors that she has picked out for these. They remind me very much of just going abroad in the summer. A lot of these patterns I think are definitely going to be on my crochet list for the future, and I'm definitely going to be referencing back to this video for some patterns that I would like to make in the future, because this is definitely one of them. The next top free pattern is the Ariel top by Cain. I am absolutely obsessed with Cain. She is stunning, and B, her patterns are so fun and her YouTube tutorials are so easy to follow. I love this top, and if I had the time I would definitely make it, but I have too many projects going on at the moment to be able to make it. I think this top is so complimenting, and at the moment the baby doll style of tops are very much in, and I think this is just so cute. And this is also kind of a backless top, so you have the front panel with this like really fun kind of shell stitching, and then the back of it is just open up. I think this would be so cute to wear at the beach or something like that. And again, it's a YouTube tutorial, so for visual learners this is a really good one for you. The next top that is on the list is the Lily top by Passionknit Kelsie. Kelsie is another one of the people that I love following tutorials from because they're so clear and so easy. This is a YouTube tutorial for her Lily top, but if you want to support her, you can also purchase her pattern on her website. This is actually a top that I have made. It was one of my first crochet wearable pieces that I made. I have yet to wear it out because I'm scared to, but I definitely need to grow some confidence and actually wear it out this summer because it is so pretty, and it was a really easy pattern to follow, especially for when last year I was definitely more of a beginner crocheter. I really enjoyed making it, and if I had the time I would definitely make some more. The next top that we have on the list is the reversible mesh top. This is by Bloody Mary Art, and I love this one because it doesn't matter what way you wear it around, you can wear it either way. There is no front and back to this pattern, which is really fun, and then because it is a mesh stitch, it is so breathable. For this it wouldn't really matter if you made it in acrylic or cotton, because of the holes it would be so breathable and so fun. There's so many different color combinations you could do. This would look absolutely stunning in a variegated yarn. I think this one would work up so quickly because the mesh stitch is one that just works up, like you can do rows and rows and rows and rows and rows so quickly with this. So if you want a quick top pattern, this is definitely one to check out. I just absolutely love the mesh stitch. I just think it's such a fun stitch to crochet, and I definitely would like to make one of these at some point in my crochet journey. The final top that we have in the top category is the floral lace crochet top, and this is by Chenda DIY. This is a YouTube tutorial, and I think this is just so cute, and the way that they have styled it in the photo is exactly how I would style it. I absolutely love layering things, and it's a style that I really want to get into, and I think this is just so pretty. And even if you did the color opposites of this, so you wore a black top and you made this in white, it would look absolutely stunning. And I also definitely think that this is a pattern that you could definitely turn into a dress, or if you wanted to make it sleeved, I feel like you would be able to do that really easily. So you'd be able to make it into a top, you'd be able to make it into a dress, you'd be able to make this into a skirt as well. I think this is like a really versatile pattern, and the lace effect is just beautiful and absolutely perfect for summer. I absolutely love it. Okay, so the next category that we have is cardigans and sweaters. And now I know what you're thinking, Toni, it's too hot to wear cardigans and sweaters in the summer. But do you live in the UK? Because literally 2 days ago in the UK I was wearing a sweatshirt and jeans because I was so cold. The UK summers are just different. One day you are absolutely sweating and then the next day you were freezing. So I have included this category because you can get some really cute like crochet sweaters and cardigans, and these, if you make them out of cotton, would definitely be summer appropriate, so this is why I've included them. The first one that we have is the crochet flower sweater. This is by Nikita Nightingale, and this is a YouTube tutorial. I'm actually really liking rocking the crochet lace kind of like repeated pattern crochet at the moment. I think it is so pretty, and because it's like you're repeating the same pattern, I think it would be so easy to just pick up the pattern, and then once you've done a few of the rows, you wouldn't have to actually watch the tutorial. You'd just be able to like do it yourself. I have watched Nikita's tutorials before, and I think they are really clear, and I think it's just very pretty. You could obviously definitely make this in multiple colors and it would look so pretty, and even with a variegated yarn, I think it would look absolutely stunning. I definitely think you'd also be able to use this as kind of a base for other patterns like this. So there's patterns with like dragonflies that are like this, and I think you'd be able to apply that pattern to this tutorial really easily, which I think is so much fun. The next pattern that I have on my list is the Y2K crochet mesh cardigan. This is by Brittany Alice Crochet. Again, this is another YouTube tutorial. There's lots of these on this list. I think this is so fun, and it's like a tie in the front type of cardigan, and it's very cropped, so it sits very high up, but obviously you can tie it to be tighter, you can tie it to be looser, and it's definitely just like a throw over the top of a little top kind of cardigan. Definitely make this short sleeved if you wanted to. I think that would look super cute, and again, so many different color combinations that you could do, and you can make this out of so many different types of yarn, and I think it would look so cute. Like, I've seen people double up like a cotton yarn or a DK weight yarn with like a mohair yarn, and I think that would look really pretty in this pattern. Definitely one that's going to go on my crochet list because I'm always in need of a cardigan. This next pattern that's on the list I have had on my wish list to make for the longest time. I just have never got around to make it, but it is the crochet mesh sweater by, I'm so gonna butcher the name, I'm so sorry, but this is by Kenikse Crochet. I think that this is stunning. I love the stripes that are used and the different sizes of stitches. I think this is so fun, and I've always wanted to make this in like different shades of blue. I think it would just look so pretty, and I think this is actually a really good pattern for summer because it's so holey, so I just don't think you'd get too hot in it, and obviously if you would, you'd wear it on the cooler days in the summer. I think this is just so fun. I absolutely love it. If anyone has made any of these patterns that I have said so far, comment down below, and if you've got any links anywhere so that I can see that what you've made, comment them too, because I would love to check out what you guys have made too. The next pattern that I have is the Granny Stitch Bolero. This is by Hey Ho Crochet. This is a written pattern on their website, and I am just obsessed. I think crochet sleeves, boleros, whatever you want to call them, shrug, I think they're so fun, and to throw on top of just like a dress, like a strappy dress or a strappy top, I think it's just perfect, especially with like a British summer. It gets quite chilly in the evenings compared to during the day, so to be able to just chuck this on to have something on your arms, I think is so cute. And the granny stitch works up so quickly. Like, the granny stitch is one of my favorite stitches to do because it works up so quickly. One of these took me about 40 minutes to make. That's how quick the granny stitch can be, and I just think this looks so cute. I love the color that they've done it in, and they've also on their site shown that they have done it with like a mohair yarn as well, and so it's got the fluffy look, and I think that is so pretty. Again, this is something that has been on my crochet list for the longest time, so I just need to hurry up and actually make it. And the final cardigan that I have on my list is the hexagon cardigan. This is by Passionknit Kelsie. It wouldn't be a patterns video if I didn't include a hexagon cardigan. I feel like every crocheter at some point has made a hexagon cardigan, and they're fun. They have the granny stitch, and this one by Passionknit Kelsie is a no-sew one, so you kind of just make your 2 hexagons, and then there's no sewing required. You're able to just crochet them together, which is so fun. Her YouTube tutorial includes how to make it like a really long cardigan, but when I made mine, I just made it a really short cropped one, and I thought that was really fun. And once I've actually finished it, because it's still in my whip pile, it will definitely be a crochet staple, especially for the summer evenings that we have in the UK. And actually at the moment, Kelsie is working on a written pattern for this, so if you'd rather rather a written pattern for the hexagon cardigan. She will be coming out with one in the next couple of months, I should hope. Yeah, it would not be a pattern video if I did not include a hexagon cardigan. So the next category that we are moving on to is the shorts and skirts category, and the first pattern that we have is the granny stripe skirt. This is by Carliflow Crochet, and this is a written pattern on their website. Again, the granny stitch I think is such a fun one, and I wanted to include a lot of patterns that I think beginners would be able to do, or more advanced beginners, rather than just including really complicated patterns that not everyone would be able to do. Crochet skirt is one thing that is quite high on my list. I just haven't got around to make it yet, but I love this one, and you could even alter the pattern if you wanted to, thicker stripes or no stripes. And I love that it has a little waistband in it as well, so that you can really cinch it in where you want to cinch it in. I think this is a really cute pattern, and I would love to see if any of you guys have made something similar to this. The next pattern on the list is the crochet summer shorts, and these are by Lenny Crochets. This is a YouTube tutorial, and I did actually start following this tutorial last year to make myself a pair of shorts. However, it is a really good tutorial. I just didn't have the patience to make it because you start off with the ribbing, and the ribbing does honestly take quite a long time to make. However, it's so worth it. The shorts are so cute. I didn't end up finishing mine. I actually frogged mine in my frog or finish video. If you want to go check it out in the future, I will definitely make these shorts. I love them, and they're so easy to make. It's pretty much just single crochets, so you will definitely be able to do this if you're a beginner. I just didn't have the patience in me at this moment in time, but I would love to make some in the near future, probably next year sometime. The next pattern is actually a 2-in-1 pattern. It is the daisy shorts pattern. This is by Claudia Maria, and this is a 2-in-1 pattern because this pattern also comes with the pattern to make a top as well as these shorts, but I just included it in the shorts category because I'm mainly giving you the pattern for the shorts, but obviously you can make both if you want to. I think this is a really fun set, and again, I love like making flower granny squares, and I think this is just be such a fun twist on a pair of shorts that you don't normally see every day. I love the colors that she's used, and I think even making them in like a green color would look cute, maybe even a pink, and you could even make this in like a sunflower version. I think that would be absolutely adorable, maybe with some white yarn as the background color. I absolutely love them, and again, another pattern that I really want to make at some point. The next pattern that I have is the granny stripe shorts. These are by Shyla Crochets. This is a YouTube tutorial, and I think while they are a granny stripe short, they are done in a very different way to how you would picture a granny stripe. You normally picture a stripe going like horizontally, whereas these kind of go vertically, which I think is a really fun take on crochet stripes, because especially with shorts and skirts and that type of thing, the stripes are normally horizontal. So when I saw these, I was like, I have to include these in this video because I think it's just so fun. Again, the color possibilities are endless with this, and I think they just look so flattering because of like the shape that is created with the stripes. I think they're absolutely beautiful, and I must make a pair of these. And again, it's the granny stitch, so they're a really simple stitch, and I think beginners would be able to make this. Just practice your stitches and you'll be okay. Just as long as you were confident with the granny stitch, you will be absolutely fine making this. And it's a YouTube tutorial, so she shows you how to do everything too. And the final pattern that I have in the shorts and skirts category is this granny square skirt. This is by NJ Off the Hook Designs, and it wouldn't be a Toni crochet pattern list if I didn't include something with granny squares in every single category pretty much, because I love granny squares. They're my favorite. The colors that she has used in this is so cute, and I am actually obsessed. Again, this is one that I am absolutely desperate to make at some point. I think it'd just be so cute, and I know exactly how I'd style it. And again, there's so many color variations you could make in this, and if you know how to make a granny square, you will absolutely ace making this. I think it's just so fun, so fun for the summer, and I hope some of you guys make it. Moving on to the final category, we have accessories, and we're starting off the accessories with this checkered bandana. I think this is so fun. Again, color possibilities endless. You could use variegated yarn for the checkers like I did with my checkered bag. That's how I got the two-tone checkers, is I just use a variegated yarn, and I think it'd just be so fun, and I feel like it'd also be quite quick to make it as well. It looks like it's just double crochets in US terms, and I absolutely love it. I think it's so pretty, and now that I found this pattern, I definitely want to make some myself. Oh, and if I didn't say, this pattern is by Melba Crochets, and this is again a YouTube tutorial, so for my visual learners, got you covered. The next pattern that I have in the accessories category is the Tulip Headband. I saw this absolutely everywhere when I started to crochet, and I still see this pattern everywhere to this day, made into bags. I see it made into cardigans, sweaters, book sleeves, and so I thought I'd include a headband tutorial for this. I absolutely love it. I think it's so pretty. I love the yellow colour that is in this photo, but I would also definitely make this in a pink, a blue. Again, the colour's endless, and maybe even a variegated yarn would look so cute in this headband. It is another YouTube tutorial, so you'll get to see exactly how each stitch works and how to do it. I'm gonna probably butcher the name, and I'm so sorry if I do, but this is by De La Hannah. Such a fun and simple way to add such a cute vibe to your outfit, just with a cute little headband. The next accessory pattern that I have for you is the Happy Daisies sunglasses pouch. I was scrolling on Pinterest finding these patterns, and this one, it caught my eye. I thought it was just such a funky pattern. It gives me like a retro kind of vibes. This is by Alexis Middleton, and this is a written pattern on her website. I think it's so fun. I love that there's like a little button, so like it actually feels secure, because there are some pouches that you make and you literally would just slide your sunglasses in, whereas this one actually has like a lid, I suppose, like a fold over piece, and I think it's so fun that they've made that the flower. I just think it's so cute, and I think I definitely need to make these for my sunglasses, and then it'll be something fun to keep in the car, like fun and colourful, because my car is all black, so I think it'd be really fun to just have that in the car. The next pattern that I have is actually one that I found on Instagram. It is by Coco Makes, and it is a strawberry AirPods case. I think this is so stinking cute. I love anything fruity, so when I saw this, I was like, that is definitely making it into the video. It is absolutely adorable. If I had AirPods, I would be making this, but I don't have AirPods. I know that there's a lot of you out there that probably do, so I thought I would include this pattern for you. It looks really simple to make, and it's just so fun and so cute. And the final pattern that I have for you in this video is the Granny Stitch bucket hat. This is by Nightingale Crochet, and it's a YouTube tutorial. If you are well versed in the crochet community, you will know that this is the pattern that Passionknit Kelsie uses to make her Granny Stitch bucket hats. I am yet to make this, but it is definitely up there on ones that I want to make. It looks like such an easy tutorial, and I think this would again be another fun one for beginners. It's the Granny Stitch, so you can't really go wrong. It's just so cute. So many different colour possibilities that you could do, and this is one that I definitely want to get made by the end of this summer. So that is the end of the 25 free crochet patterns that I have for you for the summer. If you are planning to make any of these, please comment down below which ones you're going to make. I cannot wait to see which ones you guys try out, and if you have any free patterns that you think others would like, comment those down below too, so that we can just have a thread of free crochet patterns for everyone to try out. I would love to do a video on paid crochet patterns that I think that you should make, because there are so many patterns that I wanted to include in this video but couldn't because they're not free. There are so many that deserve to be shouted out, so if you want to see a paid crochet patterns version of this video, let me know down below. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a like and hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 2k by the end of July, and we are definitely heading our way there, which is so exciting. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.